Hello YouTube, SentinalhMC here. We're playing Space Engineers. This is the start of a brand new Let's Play. I've wanted to play Space Engineers on the channel for quite some time, but now I'm finally getting around to playing some Space Engineers, and holy cow, that is a big asteroid. So if you've never played Space Engineers, you don't know what it is. This is basically, it's a blocky building sort of a game in space. It's really cool. We're in an infinite world, and I'm going to put all the details in the description of this video for the various world settings. So if you want to play in the same type of a world as me, I got to start my timer here, then you can do that. I'm going to shoot for 20-minute episodes on this, and let me know in the comments if you like 20-minute episodes better than the 15-minute episodes from the other Let's Play, because we can totally change the 20-minute episodes if you guys prefer that. This series is going to be running the days that I don't run the other series. I don't want to put out too many videos because I don't want to overload you guys and burn anybody out. But so Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but it's not going to be maybe not as regular as the other series. Just something I want to try doing. So we are totally going to land on this giant asteroid here. In my little, I've chosen the rescue ship start, which I think is the best start. I used to really enjoy the. Oh, I should have turned those notifications off. I used to really enjoy the. Let's get out of the cockpit here. This ship is all banged up. I used to really like the crashed red ship start. Unfortunately, they have made that start so much easier that it doesn't really appeal to me anymore. It used to be a really hectic start because you had to get your stuff up really quickly, and but it's been made very easy now. Okay, so I do have autosave on, so that's going to pop up every once in a while. I have to remember how to do this. Some tools. We'll put character tools. Put my tools on my hotbar. Not going to need these anytime soon. Well, no, I will be needing this. So I'm hitting G to open up the toolbar config. This isn't really going to be a tutorial-y series, but anything I can do that sort of helps you guys out figuring the game, that would be nice. So this is iron. I was hoping this would be a massive bit of iron here, and it is, so that's really cool. Although what I really like to do is first find some uranium, so if we head inside this asteroid, maybe we can find some uranium. This game is in alpha. It's on early access on Steam. You can pick it up right now for, I believe, $20. I personally think that it is totally worth it. This game is really fun. What is this? Is this uranium or is this just stone? I think that's just stone. It doesn't look dark enough to be uranium. Yeah, it's just stone. Uranium is very black color in this game. There's some gold over there. Gold is very noticeable, obviously, because it's a very bright golden color. I may have to, is there an option in here to turn up the brightness? I haven't actually ever noticed, because the brightness is always, no it isn't. I wish there was, because right now this is feeling a little bit dark. Usually I don't have a problem with the brightness, but I know that YouTube's going to make it a little darker, so my flashlight is on. There's literally nothing I can do to make this any brighter right now. So, if I have to, I'll turn the brightness up in post. There are some lighting issues, it seems. The lighting seems to be periodically poking around or messing up. But that's to be expected, early access. But for the most part, the game plays totally smoothly. Alright, so I've come out in a different area of the asteroid. There's my ship. Okay, this is going to be a lot easier if I can put a ore detector on this thing. Is there an ore detector already on? I need to go check it out. They've changed the respawn ship. I don't really know what is on this ship. Like all the machine. I don't really know what parts are on the ship yet. So this temporary ship, it will get removed once you leave the game. That's one of the options that you can turn on when you make a world. And I opted to leave it on just so I'm not tempted to die and respawn ships in order to break them down and just sort of cheat to get free resources. That's why I did that. So we start out with a cargo container which has nothing in it, an assembler, and a refinery. All of the basics that you absolutely require. There's a medical room, which I can use to charge my energy. But my energy is at 99.6% right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because I was in the cockpit, which also recharges you. There's no real point to fixing this thing up, but there are some damaged components on here. This game does have deforming blocks. They deform when they're damaged. They can deform to a pretty huge amount, actually, and become just like a little spiky thing. Until you fix it, and it turns back into a fully formed, properly shaped block. I really like the destruction system in this game. It's kind of what sold me on this game above the other one that I was playing, Star Made. I still really want to find some uranium, because this ship only has enough fuel for like 20 hours. Let's go check this small asteroid over here. Maybe it'll have some uranium. So there's a hole here. Okay, I can see what it does have already. This small asteroid has magnesium. There's platinum down there. Cobalt, that's great. I really like cobalt. Well, I mean, you need cobalt, but it's annoying to find it sometimes. This looks like platinum and cobalt here, so this is going to definitely be my platinum and cobalt asteroid, which is where I'm going to mine that stuff, because it looks like this asteroid is almost entirely made out of, other than the rock, platinum and cobalt, which is really cool. This might be uranium over here, actually. No, this is just stone. It looked a little darker than the surrounding stone, but it's just stone. So, that's the thing. Iron... I don't know, I should be able to find some uranium. Unless they've made the asteroids more less diverse of their materials. It used to be that you could pretty much count on finding every resource in every asteroid, which I didn't really like. I think having asteroids that were mostly made out of one thing could make it really cool. And you would also have to go to other places to find certain needed resources. This is uranium. Okay, so this little asteroid is got a large amount of uranium on it. That's this very dark stuff here. Now, the unfortunate part about this is that it's actually going to be quite difficult for me to collect the uranium, because it actually breaks off in chunks that are physics objects that float through the atmosphere, through the air. They don't actually... The drill doesn't put these resources straight into your inventory, which I really liked about this game as well. So if you're manually mining like this, then you have to be careful that you pick up the rocks and don't just let them fly away and into space, because then you've just wasted the time that you spent mining it. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit more of this. Picking up these rocks. How much do I have? I have 1.818k. Okay, that's fine for now. Ooh, what is that over there? It doesn't look like an asteroid. See that? It doesn't look like an asteroid, but I think it is. Okay, I'll have to remember that little asteroid there is made out of uranium. Okay, that definitely looks like a ship over there. Okay. Just so you know, they recently released what they call exploration mode, and what that is that we have infinite worlds, and these this infinite universe is where is my ship? There it is. Populated with player-made ships. So they came out asking for people to submit blueprints of ships. The ships had to be completely vanilla, no modded blocks on them, because this game does have mod support. I don't have any mods installed. I actually quite like playing the vanilla game. There's nothing at all wrong with it. Mods can be fun. There's a lot of blocks that mods add that aren't in the game, like mostly weapons and stuff, but the cool thing is you can always add mods. Like, just because I made this world and it's not got any mods doesn't mean I couldn't add any later. If you like this game and you can recommend some fun mods, go ahead. There's no guarantee I'll put them in, but I'd enjoy some recommendations. Okay, so I've got my uranium ore. Now I need to refine it into a form that is usable in my nuclear reactor that's powering the ship. So I'll just shove it in the refinery, and it will slowly get turned into uranium ingots. And the small reactor is directly connected to the refinery, which means that the refinery will automatically eject the uranium into the reactor. I have sped up the refinery in this world to 3 times its normal speed. I find that the realistic speed on the refinery is just way too slow. It would slow down the series way too much, make it really not really as enjoyable to play. Kind of frustrating to play, actually, when it's that slow. So now that I now have power, I need to collect this this iron here. That's going to be my first goal here. Collect a bunch of this iron because I'm going to want to make some things. I want to make a drill. And the cool thing about Space Engineers is that the same block will take on a different shape and size depending on whether you put it on a small ship or a large ship. So you can make a large ship like this with large ship blocks, and that's what the drill looks like on the large ship. It's really big. But if I had a small ship, the drill would be much smaller and it would look different, which I think is really, really cool that they did that. Rather than having multiple types of the same block sitting there, they just made it contextual, which I think was a fantastic choice. Okay, so the rescue ship has a lot of unfinished blocks on it. That's okay. That's pretty cool. And a lot of the blocks are just the important blocks, like the reactor, are just exposed to the elements, because this thing is just meant to get you started. You would never want to build a ship in. Oh, I can't fix that because I don't have any steel plates. I would need some steel plates to fix that one because it's too badly damaged. Okay, but we'll be getting some steel plates in a second anyway. So let's go down here, and I like to find a little crevice or a hole or some kind. I usually like to mine resources if I'm mining them by hand from an interior angle, so they don't just fly off into space. This is pretty good. I think these have been slowed down. It used to be when I first started playing the game, it seemed like these rocks were a lot more bouncy, and they like to fly around a bit more. Now they seem to be a bit more calm, which I like. I don't know if that's actually something that's changed, but it seems like it. Okay, my inventory is full. The standard inventory size is 4,000 on the volume. If you look at my HUD in the bottom left, that volume is 4,000. We're running at 3 times. You can go up to 10 times. I don't like the standard size. I don't like the standard size of 4,000 because it's just it's quite ridiculous how little that actually is when it comes to the actual game. It's very crazy how little that actually is. So if I go to production, which is the assembler, you can access everything from the same control. It says I don't have the resources, but I'm pretty sure that once I start queuing up steel plates, yeah, the refinery will automatically send the resources that are required into the refinery. I don't really know how many steel plates that I want, but you don't have to build it, do it like that. If you go over to blocks, large and small, you can tell the refinery what block you're trying to build, and it will automatically queue up all of the required components. So I could just queue up light armor blocks for large ships if I wanted to make that, which I think is really cool. If I go back to the inventory panel, to the assembler, I can pull these into my inventory. Okay. 30 is good for... Ooh! And there is a ship that has come into range. So there are NVC cargo ships and military ships and mining ships that just sort of float around. The problem is they have weapons on them. They have got guns on them, and they will attack me. So that's definitely something that I don't want to have happen. I do also have asteroid showers turned on this world, so I probably want to move my little respawn ship, because asteroid storms always come from the direction of the sun. This ship does not have very much thrust, so it's taking a while. You can, of course, control your ships in third or first-person view. Of course, you'd only be able to do it in first-person view if you're in a cockpit that actually has a view in front of the ship. Because if you don't have a standard bridge, for instance, like this one kind of does, where it has that window in the front, you wouldn't be able to see anything. and if you can't see out of the ship, you can still go into first person, but if there's absolutely no way that you could see it, then the game will automatically default you to third person. At least it used to do that. Okay, so I'm going to move it into the shadow of this asteroid, so if there is an asteroid storm, the asteroid itself will protect me. The asteroids will be able to damage this asteroid, but obviously it would take an amazing amount of asteroids to eventually get through this. Okay, so we've got some iron steel plates. Not very many. I've only got 30 in my inventory, which is only enough to place like one of these blocks, but I definitely want to. I want to start building up a station. Basically, I want to deconstruct my my respawn ship and build a base inside this asteroid. And where I want to do that is probably right here. Yeah, this is a really good location. There's some large exits from the large holes into and out of the asteroid, and a big, nice big room. So I'm going to select my block. No, I'm going to hit G, and I'm going to click New Station, which gives me this block. This block is bound to the grid. You'll notice that I can rotate, but it does not rotate. This is the grid space that this is going to be occupying. So all constructions in the game are based on grids. They're all a separate grid. So if you built a large ship, that large ship is a grid.
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh. Okay, so I was wondering how the game was going to warn me. It's the only reason I'm getting that warning is because my respawn ship has an antenna on it. That's how I'm able to see the antenna over there. I think that's how it works. Antennas warn you about incoming meteor showers. I like the voice too. I don't think it used to have a voice, but they recently implemented various additional sounds into the game, as well as the ability to add your own sounds and speaker blocks. So maybe they added it then because of that. Okay, so I need to find my respawn ship again. Here it is, and I can easily fit it through that hole. Sweet. Yeah, meteor showers are no joke. They are pretty darn powerful. The meteors will deal hefty damage. But of course, you don't have to have them on. You can easily turn them off. Or you can turn them up. There's 3 options for meteors. There's normal. There's safe, which has no meteor showers. There's, I think it's either called normal or something else, which is what I have it on right now. There's also Cataclysm, which has more frequent meteors, and I think they're also more damaging. And then there's the incredibly unrealistic Armageddon mode, where I believe the meteor shower never ends, and they are on fire and deal ridiculous damage. Okay. So I think this here is the hole that we can get our ship through. This ship, not a lot of thrust, and it's only got 1 gyroscope, so that's why it sort of rotates a bit slowly as well. Don't go too fast. If this is actually too big to fit through the hole, we don't want to impact the sides at very high speed. And it looks like we can totally fit through here. Oh. Yep, I can totally fit through. I just sort of, I think I bottomed out there a little bit. I'm not moving very fast though, so the damage will not be too bad to the ship. Damage, of course, impact damage, of course, based on your speed. Quite realistic there. Okay, I think into... Oh, maybe that wasn't the right hole. Hang on. Oh, there we are. This is the chamber. Let me just get out of the ship. There's my station block. Okay. So, yeah, we're in the right place. I just need to move this forward a bit. I want to get it closer to my station block. Get it more into this main chamber here. Sweet. So this is where we're going to park it for now. Sweet, there we go. This ship does have a connector on it. This is a connector right here, which allows you to connect this to connect it to another connector, which lets you use the conveyor belt system, these conveyor tubes, which are there's one right here, to transfer items from one ship to another. We're gonna break this whole thing down eventually, and build it on a platform down there, especially this gravity generator. So if we open up the inventory here, let's see what Refinery's doing. Yep, it's back to making uranium. We're getting a nice amount of uranium here, and of course we've got plenty of that. Steel. Go to large blocks, and I will go to light armor blocks, and tell it to craft a couple of those. Well, it's not going to craft the blocks. Like I said, it's going to make the steel plates. Okay, that's one episode done. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.